Hello everyone and welcome to another video. In this video, we'll be looking at the MOFA Scholarship application form. Uh, Unlike the Taiwan ICDF Scholarship, the MOFA Scholarship application form, you have to download the form online and then print it out, fill it out, and then submit it with the required documents at your local Taiwanese embassy. So we'll be looking at the different parts of the form, and I have to say that we will not be going into details in terms of the study plan, the recommendation letter on how it should look like. I'm sure you can find samples online on how your study plan should look like. So without having to waste more time, let's just get into the form. So the first thing you'll come across is this part where you have to select which type of scholarship that you are applying for. We have undergraduate scholarship, master scholarship, and doctoral scholarship. Undergraduate is for bachelor's degree, and I have to mention this before we even go any further that with the Taiwan scholarship, you can actually apply for any course that you want to study in Taiwan. Unlike the ICDF scholarship that has a list that you can choose from, here you are not limited to any university that you want to study at. So you can apply for your bachelor's degree, your master's, or PhD. So the first part, you just check which one you can be applying for a degree, so it's undergraduate, your master's or PhD. And then this section one, part one, which is your personal information. This one looks so easy. Name and nationality. You also have to put in the details of your parents in section D of part one. So this one seems to be easy, and I don't think there'll be a part of it that is confusing. So maybe have you ever resided in Taiwan? Of course, this one is simple. So you can just say never if you haven't, or you can say yes and state the dates in which you were staying in Taiwan and the reasons of your residency in Taiwan. So another one that is worth noting is that have you ever received Taiwan scholarship? If yes, you can say yes and state the dates, but if no, you can also state that no. But if you have, you can also state the type of scholarship that you have received. Your health, of course, you can state your health, chronic diseases. You have to be honest. But when you get the scholarship, you'll have to go uh, a medical check. That is a medical check that you'll have to undergo. It's either you'll download the form or the embassy will provide you with the form that you need to take to the hospital to do those checks. So, contact person in case of emergency should be someone who is active that they can reach out to at any time. So make sure you put someone who is active. Now, part two, which is language proficiency. A lot of people have been getting confused in this part, but I don't know why. See, here we have Chinese and English. A majority of people who are coming to study in Taiwan are not good with Chinese, or they don't even know Chinese, which is the truth. But the language that we all know is English. So you just ignore the Chinese part because they have excellent, they have good, they have fair. They don't have I don't know. So you can just ignore it because it doesn't apply to you. But if you have any Chinese experience, of course you can put it out. But the problem is you'll have to prove it using a Chinese proficiency certificate that you know Chinese. And I don't know if people have that, but if you do, of course you can select. But what I would advise is just check the parts where we are talking about English. So you can It's up to you to rate your English speaking, your writing, your reading, or your comprehension, whether it's good, excellent, or fair. Right. So we move on to education training. Of course, this is another part that I need to make an emphasis on. So education, right? There is a note that is written there, highest diploma only. So we have people that are currently enrolled at university and they want to apply for the Taiwan scholarship, the MOFA scholarship. They want to apply. So those people will have to use their high school diploma because they haven't yet graduated from college or university. But if you have graduated from college or university, you can use that as your highest diploma, right? So if you're doing your first year, second year, or third year, it means that you still have to use your high school because that is the highest diploma or certificate that you have ever obtained. So here you need to write your school name and the subject. I advise people to just write high school if you were in high school because subject sounds more like what course were you doing or what degree were you doing in school, right? So if you're in high school, our high school don't have specializations like high school in science or high school in humanities, but you can just write high school. But for those who have diploma or degrees, masters, or even up to PhD, you can state whether you're doing engineering or you can state Bachelor of Engineering, whatsoever course that you were doing, Bachelor in Humanities, and so on. And then under qualification, that is where you write the name of your certificate. So if you have, like, make an example of a Bachelor of Computer Science. So that is where you write that you have a Bachelor of Computer Science. But for those who are in high school, our high school have syllabus that they use to teach us. For example, in Eswatini, we have the Eswatini, I think, certificate of, yeah, you know that. So you just write it in full. It is written in your certificate at the top. So you just write that as it is in full and in short, just put it in brackets. And then moving, the next part is your country and place where you have obtained your highest diploma. So you might be Swazi, but you obtained your diploma in South Africa, or you obtained it somewhere else. So you need to state that particular country where you got your highest diploma, or you are doing your degree elsewhere, not in your home country. So you need to state that you did your degree. Let me make an example of maybe South Africa. So you just write South Africa and Johannesburg, the place where you did I mean, your country and your place where you did your certificate or your degree or diploma, because you have already stated your school name at first. So, country and place you don't have to state your school, and then the year obtained. So you state when did you obtain your degree, diploma, or certificate. Now, we move on to references, the most important part of this application. I mean, it's one of the most important parts. So, the references here, I mean, I'll advise people to use their high school teachers or university professors for this part because those people, we are guaranteed that they do check their emails or they have their cell phones with them from time to time, and mo- most important, but they know how to deal with these things. They have seen these things before, so they have the experience when it comes to them being references. They know how to write the letters of recommendations and stuff. So I'd advise people to put in their teachers, but you can put anyone. It can be anyone. It can be your pastor. It can be anyone. But I advise that you put those people that I've mentioned, your teachers, your deputies in schools, your principal, some people, those people who you know that they have experience when it comes to dealing with these things. And you put in their position and their contact details on the form as well. Number five, which is employment, job experience. Well, a lot of people who are applying for the scholarship are high school graduates. So nothing is expected of you when it comes to this part. But if you have any employment experience, you can just write it out here, stating the period. And of course, there isn't much space in the form. So when it comes to responsibilities, you just have to short and straight to the point on what you are doing. So, yeah. Now, let's move on to the next part, which is the language center and or university department which you plan to attend in Taiwan. So remember when we started the video, I did mention that you can apply for any university that you want. So the MOFA Scholarship has a program where you are allowed to do 1 year of Chinese in Taiwan, and then you can proceed to do your 4 year degree at your chosen university. So, but this is not mandatory. Like it does, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. You can just go straight for your degree and not do Chinese. You are not forced into learning Chinese first. So, but however, if it's something that you are interested in, you can apply for just to study Chinese at language centers. And if you get there, of course, if you get accepted, you'll proceed to go and study there. But here, under university, college, and department, you write the university that you have applied to. Remember, you are applying for these scholarships before you even get accepted. So you need to write the name of the university that you've applied to. And the universities in Taiwan, they have departments that they have. So you also need to state what department you're applying to. Let me make an example. You are applying at National Donghua University under the Department of Computer Science and Information Engineering. So you state it all in the form, in the space that is provided for you. Okay. Recommendations of local authority organization, e.g., government agency, educational institute, think tank, international organization, or non-governmental organization. This is where I said this is where your teachers come in or your professors come in. So, but then it's up to you what you want to do or what you want to who you want to choose to be your committee. But the person has to fill up this space, sign, and put in a stamp where possible, and write the date. So, in this space that is provided, they have to fill in those details. Now, I think this is the last part, if not your study plan. Universities that you are applying to have been asking, most of them, they require you to write a study plan. So even on this scholarship form, you have to write a study plan. You can make it look different from your university application. Of course, it's going to be different, or you can make it the same. Yeah, I mean, it's up to you what you decide or what you think will actually work for you. So you can use that and put it into action. Now, the last part is just checking all this information as a declaration, and then you sign, and then you write the date. And then after you have finished the form, you submit it at the Taiwan embassy with the required documents or supporting documents that are required. And you can find the MOFA Scholarship Guide for 2023 in on the internet. It's on Google. It just takes a Google search, and then you'll find it, and you'll see what else is required of you to submit with the form. Now, I feel like there's a part that I didn't mention here. Okay, yeah. Please attach a recent photograph. So you see how this is not stated whether your photograph should be a full picture or whatsoever, but please make sure that it is a passport size photo that you attach on the phone, not any kind of picture that you think is suitable, but it has to be a passport size photo, which at least looks professional. Remember, you are applying for a scholarship, you need to impress the people that you are applying into. Now, the last part, remember I talked about that attending a Mandarin for the first year. So if you're interested, you can just say yes here. If you're not, then you can say no and proceed to fill up your form. So you see, if yes, please fill on number 6, and we've already spoken about number 6, which is here. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. And if people have questions, of course, they can ask in the comment section, or those who are in the WhatsApp group, they can just throw in their questions in there about the form. And I think on the next video, it will be a video on the frequently asked questions about the Taiwan ICDF scholarship form and the MOFA scholarship form. So yeah, that's it for this video, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video with your friends. I wishing you all the best. Good luck.